Hello students, today we are going to study interplanar spacing or the distance. It is denoted by D or the DHKL. HKL suffix here. So every solid or the crystal composed of ions or the molecules or the atoms, and these atoms or the molecules or the ions arranged in a periodic pattern like this here. So periodic pattern it is arranged. Now, in a crystal, there exist so many set of parallel planes like this. This is the one set of the parallel plane. This is the another set of the parallel plane we have considered. This is the next plane of the set of parallel plane. This is the next set of the parallel planes like this. So there exist so many set of parallel planes with different spacing and different orientations also here. The perpendicular distance between the two successive parallel planes is known as the interplanar spacing. The perpendicular distance between two successive parallel planes, this can be regarded as the interplanar spacing. It is denoted by the D, or it can also be denoted as DHKL. DHKL means the Miller indices of this set of parallel planes is given by HKL. So this set can be given as here. This set can be given by these Miller indices HKL. Then it is represented by DHKL or D. If this set, if we consider this set of the parallel planes here, and it is defined by the Miller indices H1, K1, L1, H1, K1, L1, then the interplanar spacing may be represented as it is here the D1. D1 is nothing but the Miller indices, or it can also be given as DH1, K1, L1. DH1, K1, L1 with respect to the Miller indices. So the perpendicular distance between any two successive parallel planes is known as interplanar spacing or the distance, and it is denoted by D or the DHKL. Now in order to derive the expression for the interplanar spacing here, consider the set of parallel planes defined by the Miller indices HKL. So in this figure it is shown here. So here, suppose this is the coordinate axis x, y, z. Here this is the origin of the axis, and suppose the reference plane passes through the origin, and the next plane which is defined by ABC, next plane, that is ABC here, ABC, next plane ABC, this plane particularly here, cuts the intercepts of A by H on x-axis, B by K on y-axis, and C by L on the z-axis here. Here A, B, C are primitives of the unit cell. Here A, B, C are the primitives of the unit cell. If suppose this is the unit cell we have drawn here, so this is the size and shape of the unit cell is given by 6 parameters we have seen here. This is the x-axis, suppose this is the y-axis, and this is the z-axis. Then the length of the unit cell along the x gives rise to lattice constant A, length of unit cell along y gives rise to B, and this is along C, that is length of unit cell, that is the C. So this is known as lattice constant of the unit cell or the lattice parameters. So in this case, these A, B, C are the unit cell parameters, while the HK or L are the Miller indices. So this is the planes ABC we have considered, which is defined by the Miller indices HKL here, and this is parallel to the reference plane passing to the origin. Now here, draw here normal to this plane from this origin here, that is OP. Draw this normal OP here, or draw this normal to this plane. Here is angle is nothing but 90 to this plane here. Now the length of this normal, that is nothing but OP, gives rise to the perpendicular distance between successive parallel planes, and it is nothing but interplanar spacing or the D, or we can write it as a DHKL here, DHKL. So now we have to derive this OP or the D or the DHKL. Suppose here this normal alpha is nothing but angle made by this normal with the x-axis, beta is nothing but length here the angle made by this normal along the y-axis, and this gamma is nothing but, suppose, the angle made by this normal with the z-axis. Then from this three right angle triangles are formed. Three right angle triangles are formed. Three right angle triangles are formed. The one is nothing but here the triangle OAP we will consider first of all. So OAP. So consider the right angle triangle OAP. So from this triangle we can write cos alpha is equal to here. The cos alpha is equal to here. This side, that is OP divided by this side, that is hypotenuse, that is nothing but OA. So this will be equal to, OP is nothing but D, interplanar spacing. Here this distance is nothing but D. This distance is nothing but D. And hypotenuse is nothing but A by H. Here the A by H. Then H goes to this side, upper side. So DH divided by A. So we are getting this. Similarly, from right angle triangle OBP, another triangle we will consider right angle triangle OPB, we can write cos beta. So cos beta, this will be equal to, similar to this, here OP divided by, we are getting OB, we are getting here OB, and this will be equal to, OP is nothing but here the D, and OB is nothing but now B by K, here B by K, here is B and K goes to upper side. So we are getting this. And lastly we are getting from right angle triangle OCP, cos gamma is equal to, from this angle, right angle triangle, cos gamma is equal to, we are getting OP. Again this is OP divided by OC, and this will be equal to here, this will be equal to, we are getting OP is nothing but here B divided by OC is nothing but C by L. So here is nothing but C and here is nothing but L. So we are getting cos alpha is equal to DH by A, cos beta is equal to DK by B, cos gamma is equal to DL by C. Now from the law of cosine we are getting this equation. We know that it is cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma, this will be equal to 1. Now we will, from these values, cos alpha beta, putting these values here, we are getting dh divided by a square, means we are getting d square h square divided by a square, plus cos square beta value dk d square k square divided by b square, we are getting, plus cos square gamma dl by c, means d square, here we are getting l square divided by c square, and this will be equal to 1. Now from this equation we will take the common as d square. So d square in bracket we are getting here a square divided by a square plus k square divided by b square. We will take d square as a common, so plus l square divided by c square. So this is equal to 1. And from this equation we are getting d square is equal to, so d square will be equal to 1 divided by, so we are getting here a square divided by a square plus k square divided by b square plus l square divided by c square. So we are getting this, and finally d or dhkl, this will be equal to this d or dhkl, this will be equal to, we will take the square root of this, so 1 square root of 1 divided by, we are getting here under square root, here we are getting a square divided by a square plus k square divided by b square plus L square divided by C square. So this equation gives the relationship between, or the expression for, this equation gives the expression for here the interplanar spacing. So suppose this is the equation number A. So equation A gives the expression for the interplanar spacing. So this equation gives a relationship between interplanar spacing, Miller indices STL, and the lattice parameter of the unit cell. And this relation is very important as far as the analysis of the crystal structure is taken into account. In case of the X-ray diffraction methods, in that there are three methods: level method, rotary crystal method, and the powder method. In that method, for the analysis of the crystal structure, this equation is important. For now, case 1 for the cubic crystal. Case 1 here for the cubic crystal. So we are knowing for cubic crystal. For cubic crystal, we are knowing A is equal to B is equal to C. So we will put A is equal to B is equal to C, means A square, A square, A square. We will take as a common denominator, comes out to be out of square root A, and A goes to here. So directly we are getting here D HKL will be equal to this A divided by square root S square plus K square plus L square. So for the cubic system, we are getting this equation. For cubic system, we are getting this equation. For the case 2, here, for the tetragonal system, what we are getting? For tetragonal system, gonal system, we are knowing A is equal to B is not equal to C. And when we will put this here, when we will put this condition in equation A, we are getting DHKL. This will be equal to DHKL will be equal to here the 1 divided by under square root here the S square plus K square divided by A square. This is because A is equal to B, so we will combine this term plus L square divided by C square. So this is the relationship between these three parameters like this. And for case 3 here, for orthorhombic system, A is not equal to B, is not equal to C, then the equation remains as it is in case of the 3. So this equation A can be applied for the orthogonal systems where alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma is equal to 90 degree particularly. And this is the relationship between the interplanar splitting, lattice constant, and the Miller indices. So today we have seen the very important article, the interplanar spacing or the distance, and it is important for the analysis of the crystal structure. In the next lecture, we will see some examples on the interplanar spacing and Miller indices and lattice constant, how they are related and how to evaluate the interplanar spacing, or one of the parameter is given, HKL is given, then we will evaluate EPC, or DHKL we can calculate if Miller indices and lattice parameters are given, and so on. Okay, thank you very much.